the Euros, but dude, this guy's never challenged for leagues. This guy's not a winner like that. Who is the winners? Who are the winners on this in this Arsenal team? There are no winners, and that is the problem. And the problem with someone like Ateta is he always disrespects some of these other trophies like the FA Cup, like the League Cup, all of these trophies, right? Winning those trophies gives you boost because when you win those trophies, it gives you the mentality of winning. You get that feeling of winning, and you always want to win. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when I'm looking at Arsenal, this is what really bothers me about them, right? This whole situation, anyone could have told you about this because we were saying this before the international break when Odegaard before Norway played, right? We're talking about how Arsenal had issues in the midfield, and now Odegaard has made it 10 times worse because he is practically irreplaceable in that team. And I mean that literally because even though I don't rate Odegaard as highly as many people do, he's the only player in that Arsenal team that can do what he does in the team. You guys have no other players like him. You don't have that creative midfielder in your team. So against Tottenham, it's going to be a pick because remember, this is away at Tottenham. This is away at Tottenham, and I know that you guys have had a good record the last 2 seasons. What's that?
Yeah, you're saying they don't have creativity. They've got somebody up front that can play anywhere across the front three and in the midfield. In Kingdom Cut, surely he also has creativity.
No. Listen, Hano,
come on, man.
Hano, don't do that. We're being serious here. I know. Listen, you have had Kai Havertz at your club, okay? You tell me when Kai Havertz was playing at number 10, was he doing anything creative? You tell me, because you like doing this. Tell me, when was the last time you saw Kai Havertz ever do anything creative in his career? I've been watching this guy since he was at Bayer Leverkusen. This guy plays as a number 10. He is not a number 10 kind of player, bro. This guy doesn't maybe he gets the weird assist.
He's more of a second striker, Havertz is. But anyway,
exactly.
It's not even anyway. Let me just break it down to you. Yeah, I like all this doubt and talk as well because even when we are not at our best, we can still beat like 19 teams in the league anyway. We can still beat most of the teams in the league. So even without
can you know?
No. Abs. I'll tell you.
Let me tell you something. Hano, yeah? Last season, what did we do to you at our ground?
What did you do against Villa?
No.
That was Villa.
What did you do against City? You mentioned 19 teams.
Actually, we beat Villa.
You said 19.
Okay, but this is the thing.
Let's
remember this, Hano. Let's remember this. We're talking about an Arsenal team that are currently have a gunshot to their leg, bro. This Arsenal team are wounded
seven out of 9 points, though. Still,
but
that's not the worst start.
But that's not before. But we're talking about that before your injuries. You got 7 points out of
I know.
No. But let me be clear. 7 points out of 9. 7 points out of 9.
Okay, let me break it down. Let me say something.
Before you go, do you know who your next 3 games is against?
Tottenham, City. Do you play you?
Champions League. No, you're playing.
No. It's a Champions League game.
Yeah,
I don't know. So who's that against? Who's that?
Atalanta away. You're Europa League champions.
You don't affiliate Atalanta, mate.
Okay,
they're a good team, but we don't feel them.
Okay, I'm gonna call out the fixture, right? So you're playing Tottenham this Sunday, right?
Yeah.
And then you're playing on Thursday. You're playing against Atalanta away. Then on
Sunday,
we're
playing the Champions League before City, then, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then 3 days after that Champions League game, you're playing City away. And then you play Bolton, and then after Bolton, then you guys have to play against Leicester.
That's easy. We only care about these 3.
And then after Leicester, you're playing Paris Saint-Germain. So basically, you got no. So how long? No. Okay. But the problem. Let me say this, right? Because I am the guy here who is standing on the non-biased point of view. The problem with Arsenal is this, right? Arsenal, when they have a fully fit team, can beat most teams. They can. But that's what I'm saying here. The asterisk is on the fact that they have a fully fit team. When Arsenal have one of their key players out injured, it's always been a problem. And that is what this whole issue with having Odegaard out brings to your team. Because I know Declan Rice will return, but even if Declan Rice returns, right, and you guys have that Partey Declan Rice partnership,
I
that is all
don't.
good and great. But you don't have an Odegaard type of midfielder in your team. Kai Havertz is not that kind of player. Zinchenko can't do his job. Saka cannot do his job. All of these players that you guys have in your attack cannot do Odegaard's job in that midfield.
Mm. And
And then you have to understand, Odegaard is vital to what happens to your attack because he is the one that orchestrates everything. You understand what I'm saying? And without
uh,
him, this could become a
to
huge
add on
problem
that,
going forward.
Let me say
I
something.
want
Let me-
to add on what Omar said. Yeah, I want to see what Saka does because usually, if Saka doesn't take on his man, he passes it to Odegaard, who recycles the ball, and you guys start again. I want to see that, but also Odegaard, even though he's so bad sometimes, yeah, sometimes he stinks up the gaff. When he's on it, he's on it,
Of
and
course.
he can destroy everyone. That's the thing, especially against in some of the big games. So I know he hasn't been performing well, but there's Odegaard's here, and whoever you have is here. That's the big difference. And you don't have if you have, let's say you play Jorginho, Partey, Havertz, or Anwar. It's such a significant dip. Even though Odegaard is horrible sometimes, there's still a level of
No one's not. No one. No
well,
one's. No one's not debating what Odegaard brings and doesn't bring to the team. But what I'm stating now is, do not underestimate Arsenal without all these midfielders because we still have a team capable, yeah, of beating teams. So remember, we've got Sterling coming in, we've got Trossard, we've got Saka, yeah, we've got
the dream
Jesus, we've got Jesus as well, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Maybe Arteta is going to be more pragmatic with his style and play on a counter-attacking, type of mode where we just maybe sit back and then counter attack. Saka always has, good games against Spurs. There's certain players that always can pick off these Spurs teams. Now, Spurs will play with a high line. We know that. And
yeah, we know.
Arsenal can cook high lines. Yeah. So as much as I have this negative, feeling that, we haven't got the midfielders, Arteta will know what he's doing. Yeah, Arteta's got belief in his players. Yeah, and I don't think we'll be going there not confident. I still believe that we can go there and cook them, even though we've got midfielders, I still believe we can beat them.
Look, yeah, I'll say this right. You see the problem is this, right? Because we were talking about last season. You know what the difference between last season and this season is? Unfortunately, apps. It's the fact that you've got it. No, you know how basically earlier you were talking about like how even though sometimes you don't have some of your, even when you have injuries, you still have a good team and all of that, right? And I don't disagree with any of that, right? However, the problem with Arsenal this season is Arsenal are very depleted because of these injuries. Because this is the thing. If you guys had kept ESR this season, if Odegaard's injury would have been less of a problem because you guys could just bring Smith Rowe into the midfield. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's maybes though. That's maybes.
No. But we know before he left, before he went to Fulham, right? ESR played as a number 10. Right? That is why he could not get in the team because Odegaard was in the team. However, when Odegaard was not in the team, ESR would get in the team. You understand what I'm saying? So this injury to Odegaard, if ESR was there, a lot of the fans might have been more relaxed knowing that, okay, maybe ESR is not as good as Odegaard, but ESR is one of your, he's very, you know what the thing with Smith Rowe is? Smith Rowe was very injury prone, but I actually think he's a better bowler than it is Saka. on his fit day, when I remember when they were both coming up, I rated Smith Rowe higher than Saka. You understand what I'm saying? I believe that
No,
for
no,
him,
no. Smith Rowe is one of my
I believe
favorite
for
players for
that's
Arsenal.
my problem. But injuries kind of just derail like his growth. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why I'm looking forward to seeing what he does at Fulham. Because I do believe that there's still a player there and he can still perform. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if
Yeah.
you guys get rid of ESR, that's fine, right? But this is the problem. If you are trying to challenge for the league, and it's the same problem
Forget
that
about
I
that.
that I
Forget about
have.
that.
No, no. Let me say this because that is what Arsenal's ambition is. Just because now you are more realistic because you've seen the transfer window, you've seen everything and said, yeah, we don't have a team that can challenge for the league with all due respect. We do have a good team, but we just don't have the team. We don't have the squad. You understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
And you're not wrong because that is a lot of the problems that a lot of these Arsenal fans are mad about. Because the idea is we're supposed to be challenging for the league this season, but we have not gone out to the transfer window and actually buy the players that can help us challenge for the league or win the league this season. You understand what I'm saying? And that is something that has to fall on the manager.
Oh,
Because at
100%.
the end of the day, you have been challenging for the league for the last 2 seasons and you've won nothing. Nothing. You guys have ended the season last 2 seasons winning an absolute number of 0 trophies. You understand what I'm saying? For the last 2
Of
seasons.
course.
This
I know this.
season,
I know this
this
already. I
season,
know this
this
already.
season, this season, there is no excuse. I don't care if it's the league. He has to win something because if he doesn't, he
Listen,
needs to be sacked.
I've said it from last season. Yeah, end of last season. If you don't win anything, he needs to go. He needs to get out of my club. Even last season, I wanted him out. So I'm not one of these Arteta lovers type of guys. But
And I think,
at this moment,
and I think it's unlikely that you get. I will be honest with you. I think it's less. You're more unlikely
they
to
keep
win that
him.
in the
They
season
keep him.
because
They'll probably keep him.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. The last 2 seasons, you guys had a better squad than the one you have this season. This season, you got rid of your some of the players that would have been squad players. So your squad players are gone. That's the problem. And it's important to have squad players when you're trying to win anything. Forget about winning the league, but trying to win anything in football, you need to have a good squad. It's not just about a starting 11. And the problem is,
Exactly.
this guy did not focus on building a squad. He didn't go out there and buy squad players who are going to accommodate some of the players who might be injured or suspended. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the result
people call this manager great, but he's not great to me. He's just, there's only one great manager in the league, and that's Pep. He's, people like to overrate, and people like to use this word great too much, and he's a great coach, and he's not great.
He's not a great coach.
This is his first management role. Yeah, people forget that. People seem to forget as well is that they think a manager like Arteta is unreplaceable. I don't believe that as well. Because look at the things he's doing, look at the mistakes he's making, which another manager probably wouldn't make that same mistake.
Listen, let me tell you something. You see this team that you guys have now, right? I'll let you go. I'll let you go, Hannah, right? But you see, when it comes to this, you know what the problem with Arsenal is? Arsenal are not, as a guy who's just watching from the outside, right? Arsenal are not far off challenging or winning the league. They actually they have a good team. There's just a few areas that you guys need to sort out. It's not hard.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
It's not hard.
Right? It's not like you guys need like 5 to 7 players, bro. Like for me, I'm looking at the Arsenal team. I'm saying what Arsenal need is a goal scoring striker. They need a goal scorer in that attack. If they have a striker who can score goals, right? Who can put them 20 goals a season, they will win the league. If they had another defensive midfielder in their team who can stay fit, right, and play alongside Rice, right, they would win the league. That's the thing. These are like 2-3 players that we're talking about here. And it's not like it's unrealistic for Arsenal to go out and actually buy these players. People are trying to talk about Arteta this, Arteta that. I'm sorry. You see this whole Arteta thing. The only reason Arteta gets all of this buy is because he worked under Pep, and people basically just choose him as the prodigal son, as the next big thing. That's bullshit. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
if he was the prodigal son, he would have won something in the last 5 years. He's only won 1 FA Cup, and he won it with a squad that wasn't even his. So I'm not hearing this.
Emery's team.
Yeah. So, there you go. There you go. Go ahead.
Also, I think this transfer window, you can't blame Arteta. I think the blame is on Edu and the guys upstairs above Arteta this transfer window because you guys didn't sign the players you needed. But Omar, you are a Barca fan. Would you take Arteta if you didn't have Hansi Flick?
Hell no.
Why would he
Okay.
take him? Why would he
Hell
take
no,
him?
no. Okay. Okay,
No,
hang on.
no
Listen.
need to explain. No need to explain.
No, I know. I'm not even gonna
Yes or no?
explain. Let me tell you
Yeah.
something, right? You see,
No.
any big club with any ambition of trying to win, would not have stuck around with a manager like Arteta for as long as they did. Any club that is trying to challenge for league titles, right? That is trying to challenge for Champions Leagues, basically any trophy in the world, they're trying to challenge the elites, would not have stuck around